So in doing it and doing it right and doing it justice, I have to try to be unbiased, and I also have to try to not run from certain things that he said. You know, give the explanation as I think he's trying to get it across. So anyway, let's get started. For all those who've been yelling at me in the comments, meet the grams, lyrics explained, bar breakdown. Let's get to it.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father, let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man, your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom. I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown. Hey.
Okay, so he starts with saying, Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father, let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. So I'm sorry that man is your father and your dad is not responsive comes from the mythos of Adonis. That's the origin of the name. Now, the story goes that Adonis's mother was the daughter of a king and his wife or concubine, however you want to look at it. There's different stories. Now, her mother bragged that she was more beautiful than the goddess Aphrodite, and therefore Aphrodite cursed the daughter, which is Adonis's mother, with insatiable lust for her father, the king. And she revealed this to her nurse, right? Normally they had nurses take care of the kids, right? This is a young girl. She's a princess. She tells the nurse that she likes her father. During a ceremony for the goddess Demeter, now Demeter is Virgo, think Virgo season, it's the beginning of the harvest season, right? So they were having a celebration during that time. The king, who is Adonis's mother's father, was passed out. So it's Adonis's grandfather was passed out from drinking wine at the party, and the nurse then brought his daughter to him because the mother wasn't there. So basically she told him that she was bringing him a maiden for him to be with, but it was actually his daughter. Now she lied about the name, and she just said that the girl was the same age as his daughter. And after that, the daughter left the room pregnant. The daughter is Adonis's mother. So Adonis's father is also his grandfather. So that's why Kendrick says, I'm sorry that man is your father and your dad is not responsive. And I wish that your grandpa wore a condom because the father and the grandfather are the same person to Adonis. Now he's going to bring that concept back in the verses later. The father and the grandfather being the same person to Adonis, or just being the same person. Now also, when he says sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown, that of course is also alluding to that story. Yep, this is the kind of lyrical breakdown this is going to be. So let's continue.
Us until we grown. Hey, you're a good kid that need good